Really stressed today.
Why?
I had a meltdown last night.
Oh, why? What happened?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't. My new air fryer wouldn't work. Right. And I know all of you listening will think I'm a twat, right? But it just pushed me over the edge. I was like, right, going back, unplugged it. Then this morning, technology wouldn't work, and I'm like, nothing's working.
Oh, these things happen. You just have to be like, you know what? Just move past it. You can't change it. So
It wasn't even anything specific. It was just like, when you just get to that point of the week when you're like, I'm done with this, and then that wouldn't work, and then this wouldn't work, and then I'm like, ah. But
well, it's Friday today. That's the good news.
wine Friday.
Wine Friday. I had wine Thursday last night.
I had wine Thursday after my air fryer incident.
Oh my God. The things we have to put up with. Anyway, on a good note, we're here today to talk about email lists and why every VA should have one. So bear with me. I'm just going to check that we're live on our channels. I think we should be. So we're definitely live on Instagram, which is great. If you're joining, then please make sure you bring your questions, your opinions. That's what we're here for. And YouTube seemed to have a wobble, which is, I think, sent Kirsty over the edge this morning. Because YouTube doesn't seem to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. Oh, it is. It's there now.
How is it?
Yeah, it's there now. Bit random, but it's available if you are on YouTube and you want to watch. Um, Let me just go to it in case somebody does ask a random question. But if you do have any, then pop them in the comments. So,
Ask anything. This is like an
oh
absolute ask
yes,
anything day today. Even
it
if
is.
you're having a wobbly meltdown, we're
Yeah,
here to.
if your air fryer just broke and you feel like slitting your wrist as a result, then share. It's clear that that's going around today.
What a nutter.
You know what I did last night? I had a lovely night, right? My husband's on late, and so I was starting a book club.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, on the 5th of March, the book came, and do you know what I did? I got a bottle of wine. I sat down. I put smooth jazz on, right?
Oh man.
Put all my lamps on, and I sat there. Oh, it was delightful.
Was it? Do you
Yeah,
know what? It's really funny, isn't it, right? Because we spend so much time on our own. Well, I spend quite a lot of time on my own.
yeah.
And then in the evenings, you go and see your kids or your partner, and they're talking at you, and all you want to do is tell them to shut up. So, like last night, Amy was talking at me, love her, like she's chatting to me, and I'm just like that. Go to bed. I just want no one to talk to me in my room, watching my programs with my wine, and that is.
No, I totally get it. I totally get it. It's just being a VA. I think your head all day is just full of so many different things that you've got to cope with,
Yeah.
and you just need that time to unwind, don't you? So I would recommend smooth jazz, bottle of wine, a few lamps, and a book and a good book for sure.
Jazz.
Anyway, apart from that, email list. Okay, so as a virtual assistant, at some point you'll probably be asked to help a client set up a lead magnet or a lead magnet funnel, as I like to call it. And the purpose of that is to build your mailing list. But not enough VAs do this themselves. It's like they don't realise that they also should be doing it. Have you got a mailing list, Kirsty? Well, Kirsty hasn't even got a website, so probably not. Which isn't a bad thing, by the way.
I don't actually, but purely because, well, I do need one, but I haven't got time to do it. If there's anybody out there that wants to be my virtual assistant and do all my admin and my
Don't
mailing
say
list,
that. Don't say that. You're going to get inundated. You know you are. Well, the reason is so I say this time and time again, right? Your mailing list is yours. It belongs to you. So if the shit hits the fan and your follower, you'll get banned off Facebook or banned off Instagram for whatever reason, then you've lost everybody instantly. And that's happened to people. But your mailing list belongs to you. And it's the place where no one can take that away from you. So you can still nurture people in your mailing list. You can still get in touch with potential clients or current clients, any leads that you've got. But you can't do that if your social media is taken away. So it's one of the reasons why having a mailing list is really important.
mm,
And the other reason is, of course, it's the place where you can really build up that connection with the people in your mailing list. So you can really start to warm them up towards knowing more about you, what you offer, and how they could work with you. And it's a great way of getting your your cold leads to convert into warm leads and eventually to buy from you. And we were talking about this recently because I send out a weekly newsletter. It's not a newsletter, it's like an email. I just write an email which is value driven, it's giving people advice, and sometimes it's just sharing a personal story. It's
Mm.
not salesy. It's just talking about on being really open and honest like I normally am, and it normally gets responses. People normally reply to it, and in fact, we just had a client who's been in the mailing list for about 2 years, generally does reply. And this time he replied and said, I think I need to have a chat with you. And he'd spent enough time opening those emails and reading them to get to know me that he felt comfortable enough to reach out. And now he's a client.
Yeah, it is really important to have that mailing list, and it is important to keep, a stream of emails going out so you are always present in that person's inbox. Even if, I mean, that's proof in the pudding, isn't it? That,
Mm.
I mean, he hadn't replied before in that whole 2 years, but he'd opened and read every email, and he actually felt that comfortable that he could go, I really need some help here, which is quite a
Yeah.
big thing, isn't it? For a business owner to reach out and say, actually, I really do need help here.
Yeah,
Because
well, he had replied before to other emails, but he just hadn't asked for help before.
that's right. He had
Mm.
replied and said, "Oh, thanks for the email or whatever," but he's actually asked for reached out and asked for your help, hasn't he? Which is, like we always say, is a big thing for somebody to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just them. It's by giving value through those emails. Like the particular email he replied to was where I talked about getting 16 leads through breadcrumbing. He didn't even know what breadcrumbing was. A lot of people don't. And so it made him, because he doesn't know what that is, he thought, gosh, this person knows what they're talking about. They know things I don't know. And actually, I think this is the right person to help me. And it's so funny because I've run some in-person events that he's attended, and he actually told me he needed a website and wouldn't even take a quote from me because I don't think he'd got to know me enough, didn't realize our abilities within the business. And so he dismissed that. And now we're going to have to revamp his website. So
Mm,
it just goes to show that people really do need to take that time to trust you, get to
mm.
know you. And the most personal way you can do that is through your email list, because your posts they probably don't even see.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? I mean, we all naturally, when we want to build brand awareness or bring awareness to ourselves, is to post to social media. But actually, sometimes the oldest ways are sometimes the better, isn't it?
Yeah, and not just for like regular weekly emails, also for some sort of outreach. Like for example, when we pivoted the business and we turned from a VA agency to an online business management, we re-engaged all of our past clients. So we went back out to them and we said, look, just so you know, the business is going in a new direction. This might be of interest, and quite a few of them did
Yeah.
then pick up the phone and have a call and went on to have strategic blueprints with us and then converted into projects. So just by having those people still securely in my mailing list, it just made life so much easier to go back out to them and say, look, just so you know, things have changed here. This is what we're doing now. Because businesses do change, they do evolve. And so if your business is evolving, you might have a client come to mind and think, oh, that would have been perfect for that person if I was doing this back then. Well, what's stopping you getting in touch?
That's the thing, isn't it? And I think if you are adding something on or changing your business, you need to tell everybody that that's what you're doing, because within your mailing list, if it's not suitable for that person, they may know somebody who's looking for something like that. If you suddenly be able to build a website or whatever it is you might be able to do, naturally 10 people tell 10 people tell 10 people tell, so there will always be somebody that will go, oh, I know somebody, I get weekly mails from them and they talk about this, that and the other. Here's their details, get in contact. So it's all about building that, email list out.
Yeah, and yesterday actually I did that. I sent out, because we've got a referral program, and I don't really push it enough, and so I've decided every month that needs to be done. So yesterday I sent out an email to everyone that's part of the program, just saying, look, don't forget you could be earning commission. I'd like you to tell me if you know anybody that is operationally stretched right now. Not can you give me an introduction, really bit more detailed than that. Who do you know that's really feeling the stretch when they're trying to scale, and why don't you introduce them to me? So again, would I be able to do that on Instagram or LinkedIn? Probably not, because how am I going to remember who I'm speaking to?
Mm,
How am I going to remember? where all my clients are. That's why you need a CRM system. So having a CRM system means that you can, collate all of those people in one place, segment them through tags and lists, so that, for example, we've got our current clients, our past clients, our potential clients list. Then we've got a sales pipeline that's separate. These are for people that kind of are in between signing up, or we're losing them. And so by segmenting those lists, and then one for our affiliates, I can just, target a particular list with particular information. And the other thing is, every Friday we send out an email to our current clients, with updates about the company, reminders, with accountability reminders to say, look, don't forget to check in with your VA, don't forget to do this, that, and the other. Having that kind of communication makes the relationship better. It also means that you are not running the risk of being solely responsible for anything that goes wrong. Because if you're putting the onus on clients to say, don't forget to get in touch, here's our contact information, if some things aren't right, you have to let us know, then I just saw you blink then, because of, don't worry, when I listened back to last week's episode, you couldn't hear the guinea pig at all.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, so you've got that then to say, I send you an email every week to tell you that, this is what you have to do, and why have you let it get to this point? So there's loads and loads of benefits to having a mailing list, not just for warming people up, selling to people, but also for the people that you've currently got and making sure they're okay as well.
You're right as well. And I think sometimes people invariably have a mailing list and everyone gets everything. So everyone will get the same email, the same newsletter. But you're right, having them segmented off means that you can send specific emails to those people, and they will realise that email is aimed at them rather than being generic across the board.
Yeah.
So and that also increases their want to read the emails that keep coming out specifically to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you think about it, so I want you to think about, Kirsty, the client. So think about one client that you currently send email campaigns out for, and just give me an example of that.
So one is so I'll pick the new one that I started working with.
Okay.
She is so lovely to work with. I absolutely love working with her. She's brilliant. And so it's a new one that I've done. So it's 6 emails that go out, 2 a week. And it goes out to a list that I've been building out for her of potential people that she wants to target to sell her business to. So it starts off with just an introduction, who we are, what we do, and then the different emails kind of, show snippets and things like that.
Now tell me how you could replicate that for you.
Very easily.
What would that look like?
But it would probably look like, it's the same concept, I would imagine. It would be introduction, who I am, this is what I can do, this is what I have done, this is what it will look like. So it is all kind of the same basis, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I want you all, as virtual assistants that are doing this kind of work for clients right now, think about that, and then think about, well, how could I do this for my own business? And just have the same strategy, because you absolutely need to be building your mailing list as a virtual assistant. And the reason for that is it's highly unlikely that someone's going to see a post with you telling them how amazing you are at inbox management and just buy from you. You really need to have them in that mailing list. So you've got to have one. You have. I've got one, and you've got to make sure that you're consistently nurturing people in it, either through a personal email, offering tips and advice, or certain campaigns. It might be that you're running an offer that month and you want to let people know that the offer's running, or you might offer a free trial and you've only got a few spots. So it's so much easier to sell to your mailing list than it is to sell to social media. It's almost like having an audience if you think about social media, and you think if you was at a concert and you got the front row tickets and then you've got the room at the back, well, Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook is like that you're at the back, but your mailing list is like you're at a front row. So you've just got that little bit more opportunity to get close to people. And then thinking about how to build that mailing list, well, that's the most important question. So you need to have a lead magnet. That's important.
This is a grey area for me.
And why is that?
We're going into unknown territory. I know what a lead magnet is, but I don't use them. I'm a really bad VA for myself.
So, you know why? It's actually not easy to think about
No.
a lead magnet as a VA,
Mm.
but we're going to come up with some ideas while we're sitting here
Ooh.
talking. So let's do that. So, if you don't know, a lead magnet is exactly what it says on the tin. It is something that you do, that you offer for free, usually, that people want, and they are willing to give you something in exchange. Normally, their first name, last name, and their email address. And then what that looks like is, how this works is, you have to think first about your main offer. So what is your big offer? What is the thing you really want to sell? So if we said, for example, we really want to sell our virtual assistant service packages. So we just not like a tech support plan, not sorry, a one-off tech setup, nothing like that. Just a normal package that you want to sell. Yeah, you want to sell 5 hours a month, 10 hours a month, 15. That's the overall goal. Then the lead magnet that you need has to connect to that in some way. So it has to. There's no good putting out a lead magnet that's to do with how to raise sheep, because no one gives a shit if they, if, you know what I mean. It's got to be in conjunction with the main offer. So I'll give you an example of the first one we did, the most successful one we did. So we decided to offer a free 5-hour free trial, free a month, right? And when we first started to do this, it was like really scary, because we thought, that's a lot of hours, a lot of money to give away, because I've still got to pay people to deliver those hours. But the idea was that if people saw the benefits, and they'd have a whole month of working with the VA with those 5 hours, they would more likely stay, because they're on subscription, because everybody pays up front with us. So they had to sign up, hand over their card details, and they wouldn't have a payment taken out till the following month. And so we thought, well, how can we get people to stand up and pay attention to these 5 hours free trial? Because when we just launched it as, we're doing 5 hours, no one cared, right? So we put it into a 7-day delegation challenge. So it was a workbook you could download, and it gave you 7 tasks you could delegate over 7 days. And in that guide was a QR code that took you to the 5-hour free trial with a coupon code. And you could only get that if you got the download. So that's the only way you could access
Oh.
it. Do you remember?
I do remember this, yeah.
So that's how we did it. And that was a perfect lead magnet, because the only people that are going to download a 7-day delegation challenge are people that want to delegate. Do you get it?
Yeah,
So
got it.
I don't want people that don't want to delegate. I want people that do want to delegate. So, for example, in my I offer strategic planning, so launch strategy, marketing strategy, and business strategy in the current business. So, my most popular lead magnet over the last couple of months has been your 2026 strategy planning workbook. I want them. That's going to link to my strategy planning blueprint. Only the people that download that are people that are interested in having a strategy for their business. Separately to that, I have a Are You Launch Ready quiz. So for people that want to see if they're ready to launch a product or service. And the only people who are going to download that, or sorry, take part in that quiz, are people who are looking to launch. And they lead into my launch offer. So everything has to lead to what your main offer is. So that is the premise of a lead magnet, right? You have to think about something that connects to your main offer, so that you get qualified leads, people that are actually interested. They're the ones that are likely to sign up, that download it. And then you nurture them. So you have like a landing page. They fill out a form. Keep the form really simple. Don't ask for phone numbers. You don't even have to ask for a last name. It could just be first name and email. The email's the golden thing that you want. They then get a thank you email saying thanks for requesting the download. Here's the link. Then you follow that up over 6 more emails. So your second email would be, look, just checking in, make sure you downloaded it. I know a lot of people often sign up for these things and then they don't get going, but reach out if you need anything. Actually, while we're here, why don't we just connect? Reply, let me know what your favorite flavor ice cream is, because it also helps with the email open rates. And a lot of people do like that. So they'll reply. Third email will be, talking maybe about a particular part of that lead magnet. So did you spot that on day one? We talked about delegating out your inbox management. It's often the one that causes most friction to business owners. That's what we find when we're talking to clients. What about you? Hit reply, let me know. Is that the thing that you're struggling with? Email 4, you might dive in a bit more to the delegation guide, or you might talk about your personal situation and what you've been through, so you can make it relatable and they can resonate with you. And you're slowly building on this relationship, slowly showing your expertise, and then you'll share a customer testimonial or a customer case study. And then eventually you'll say, if delegation feels a bit too difficult for you, even though you've read the guide, why not utilize the 5-hour free trial that we've popped in there for you? Right? Do you get it?
You should own a business. Sis.
And then hopefully they'll turn into a client. But if they don't, you've got them now in your system to continue nurturing them. And that might take a few years, like it has in our case. We actually give this away. So if you need a CRM and you want to start doing your lead magnets, then we have a CRM system bespoke to virtual assistants. It's more than a va.org/CRM, and you can get a 14-day free trial. And in there, we give you the 7-day delegation funnel. So you can customize that and make that your own. There's full training to show you how to do it. And that's how it works. I've just started working on a project for a client where we're revamping her website, we're setting up systems, we're doing loads of things. And I was gobsmacked, right? This client, like, she's so good at what she does. And when I went on to start moving things around, she's got this resource tab. And when you click through, it's got 12 mini courses, 12 mini videos that you can watch to train your marketing team. And you just get them. Like, there's no, you don't ask for it, you just get it. And I'm like, what? You're crazy. Look, you could be literally, you'd offer all 12, but you're going to give me your mailing list. So when I do the new website, that's exactly what will happen. So don't just give things away, like, get something back in return.
That's madness. Apart from that, you could sell them as a bundle, or buy one, get one free, or something like that, aside of just giving it away.
Yeah,
I know that.
Kirsten knows that. So it is so important to make sure that you're getting something in return. Same as when you do like your Instagram DMs, your automated DMs. Oh, comment for the link, and then you don't actually send them. Well, you do send them the link, but you send them the link to the landing page. You don't give them the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You send that's how you do it. So yeah, you need to be building your mailing list, but you need to be building your mailing list with the right type of clients. So I've just given some examples there, but we offer a systems set up in a day. And so what we might offer on the back of that is, I have a pre-recorded webinar, how to automate your CRM system. The people that download that are the people that really want to do that. They want to automate, and they want to have a CRM. And so they are the people that would fit that particular service that I'm offering. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. But I think it's also good to know that you don't have to be emailing every single day, 2 or 3 times a day, because otherwise that person's going to get sick of seeing your name in their inbox if it's in there 3 or 4 times a week or whatever. So just make sure that you're not overwhelming those particular clients, because they won't get the time to read your email. Then you're going to send another one. So it's good to have it staggered, so you're not, you're not overwhelming them.
Yeah. There's actually a debate on how often to email people. And some people do it every day, which I think is probably a bit too much.
Yeah.
Some people do it twice a week, which I don't think is a bad thing. I do it once a week, and I think that's enough. Once a month is not enough.
No, I don't think so. I think maximum probably 2 a week, because it's we do a Friday one, don't we, to our currents, like you said. So it's just like about telling them what we're doing, and maybe like offering something else, like increase your package or whatever. But I think it's good to have one beginning of the week and the end of the week, to keep that fresh in their minds.
Yeah, so our clients would get our newsletters and they would get our Friday updates, but only our newsletter list would get the newsletter list. So they're really only getting contacted once a week. And the reason I like to do it like that is if I do have like a campaign month running, okay, I've got a new offer, a new service, then I'll need to add in another email that week. So if I'm already doing like 3, then where am I going to fit this other one in? So it is, you've got to think about that. I actually, because I've got so many different businesses and so many different things going on, I had like this whiteboard with like a list of all of the different to remember it, and I had to get someone in to do it because I could not remember who I was emailing what day, and I didn't want to start bombarding people. I actually had someone, so I'll learn from my mistakes, contact me. It was because I was running a promotion at the same time, and they reached out on Instagram on actually the VA side and said, I feel really offended by the amount of emails you're sending me at the moment. Can you remove me from your mailing list? And so you have to make sure that you're tracking how often you're sending emails, to what list, and so you're not doubling up. So for example, when we get a new client, or let's say we get a new inquiry, what happens is in our process, they'll come through as an inquiry and they'll go into our sales pipeline, okay, where we track what happens next. If they don't convert into a client, they go into our 12 steps pipeline. And that's because on average, it can take about 12 touch points to get someone to buy from you. So they will get a series of emails or some sort of outreach over 12 weeks, one a week. And only when that ends do they get the newsletter tag. Because what we don't want to do is be sending them newsletters during this nurturing period. And the same with clients. When we onboard clients, they get a whole month of onboarding emails, so one every couple of weeks to help them settle in. And right at the end, then they get tagged newsletters, because what we don't want to do is be bombarding them with onboarding emails and newsletters. The most important information we want them to receive is about the onboarding. So we don't want them to unsubscribe and then they're not getting that important information. So you do have to make sure you've got some sort of system in place.
Yeah, and it's like we always say, isn't it? If you're posting on social media, you've got to have a reason, what you want to get out of it, why, and that kind of thing. So with your mailing list, make sure that what you're sending out is specific to that actual client base. Otherwise, you're just sending a load of shit out that's not going to be relevant to anybody, probably won't read it, and then you're setting yourself up for a fall with the next ones that you send out. So make sure that they're specific to that client base.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that just goes without saying. But and also the content of your emails. So if there's no harm in just having, and I would say it's good practice just to constantly have something running that's building up your mailing list. It doesn't necessarily have to be constantly related to a lead magnet, right? So it could be that you've just got a really helpful hints newsletter that goes out and you just have people subscribing to that. It's very hard to get people to subscribe to newsletters. Very, very hard. Yeah. You have to be, look, tell me, when was the last time you went onto someone's website and subscribed to a newsletter? Never. Exactly. Anybody listening, when was the last time you went onto someone's website and subscribed to a newsletter? Because what's the first thing you think?
Junk.
You're going to get spammed, aren't you? And nobody wants that. And so the only time I subscribe is if I want a 10% discount, sign up and you get 10%. But then I think, I can automatically unsubscribe, and I never bloody do. That's a really good one. That is a good way to get people to sign up. But you've got to have a really good pull. They've got to have something really good to get people to sign up to newsletters. And I honestly don't know if anyone's ever just randomly signed up. They probably have, actually, because what I tend to do is I'd share on my stories a snippet of what the email was that went out that day. And you could have had that email too if you had have subscribed. And so I've had people subscribe on the back of me doing that, because then they're like, oh, bit of FOMO here. I missed out. What was that advice that she gave out? So it's well worth doing that. But just having a placeholder on your website saying, subscribe, it's not worth it. If you'd have to be, oh, sorry, I got the dog. Come on, sorry, just 1 minute.
We're live, everybody.
Sorry.
I'm always now. You said some stuff over
I wouldn't know she'd done it yet. You'll have to sort it out, Pete. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem. Is there any chance you could pop back? Or I'll drop it down.
Yeah, it's my phone. Pete will be on there.
Yeah, I'll sort it out.
Oh my God. Not that we're live or anything.
That's what I just said. What was that?
Someone's gone for some printing. So if you don't know and you're watching, I own a co-working business. And my husband's just let somebody in for something that I didn't know they were coming for. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying now.
Mailing list.
I know, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so you have to have something that's juicy, you know, that's
Call somebody in.
yeah, it's got to tell people what they're going to get, not just subscribe to my newsletter.
Yeah.
You know,
They do that on like New Look and stuff like that, don't they?
Yeah, put some effort in, for God's sake.
Make it worth your while.
Make it worth your while. What is it that they're going to get? So having a mailing list and just, you could have like a boosted post, quite cheap on LinkedIn or on, well, I'll say quite cheap on LinkedIn. It's not that cheap, on Instagram, that's constantly running. What I would say is have 3 lead magnets, right? 3 lead magnets running. So today it's March, next week, go set yourself a challenge, 3 lead magnets you're going to get ready for next week. And then you're going to run all 3 across your socials, and you're going to track how many downloads you get. And the most popular one, you're going to double down on. So that is the one in April you're going to put more into, and you're going to boost that post. And so you've just got this constant trickle of people signing up for your mailing list. Does that make sense? So what 3 things could you offer?
Oh God, do you always put me on the spot?
Well, we can both think about this, guys.
All right, you go first.
Oh, thanks. Put me on the spot. So if you think about something like the golden rule, don't offer a lead magnet that they could get from AI. So when you used to be able to do like 20 ways to get, you know, new clients, that doesn't work now, because you can go into ChatGPT and get that information yourself. So you've got to give something that's a bit more valuable. So a little video tutorial, things like that. So I've just done a how to get clients video tutorial, because it's better than a workbook. It's better than an ebook, because it's a video of someone talking and showing you how to do these things. Yeah. So one of the things that you could have is a video tutorial of how to declutter your inbox. So it is a problem that people have. We've talked about this as like a service that no one ever sells. Like VAs offer it and no one actually ever
I'd like to
buys
offer
it.
that service to you.
But shut up, you. But it is actually something that people need. I was reading a post the other day about someone who's got a client with 2,000 emails they've got to clear down. And so if you could, especially if you can integrate AI into this and show a client how to do it. So if you could do like a video tutorial that shows someone how to organize, clear their inbox really fast, you know, and you'd have a hook like how to empty your mail, how to declutter your inbox in 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. And then that could be a lead magnet. If you are a tech VA and you normally help people with CRM systems, then you could do some sort of free webinar. That could be in person, it could be live, or it could be because that is another good lead magnet, doing webinars where they come on a live call, but at the end of it you pitch something and like a limited time offer. So you could do that as well if you're brave enough to do that. But it could just be pre-recorded like mine, which is how to migrate your list from a spreadsheet to a CRM, because actually lots of people don't know how to do that.
It's true.
Yeah, so just something really simple like that. But again, it's a visual, it's a video tutorial. If you're a marketing VA, you could offer a content planner because content planners are still great. Yes, you can get them from ChatGPT, but if you could make it really specific for your industry. So let's say you are working in the wellness industry, you could say something like the high converting content planner for wellness coaches. You know, make it really specific. So those are 3 ideas. What about you, Kirsty? What's your ideas?
Do you know, I don't actually have. I really love doing credit control, right? So I love chasing people for money. I know it sounds really horrible, but I love getting money back for clients and businesses. How would I put that across as a lead magnet, or because it's quite hard to show something like that, isn't it? What advice would you give me to like say this is what I do and this is what I've done for a previous client? Like, how would I go about doing that?
So a guide would be good for that, which is like how to handle clients that won't pay. or how to get your money back from clients that won't pay. So it could be, you could do something like setting up an AI voice flow, so an AI call system where an AI calls the company and has a conversation. Now that's a bit more advanced. You could just do a simple what you could do is a confidence video tutorial. So how to develop the confidence to ask to get your money back, right? Or how to get the confidence to approach clients that won't pay. And then you could be sharing tips on, this is how to call the client, this is how to get yourself ready for the call, this is how to build up your mindset, your confidence, and all of that. And you could do it that way.
That's
right?
good advice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not always about oh, you ring them up and you say, I want my money back. You have to think about why people aren't doing that themselves, what is standing in the way. And it is normally like, oh, I don't want to, I'm scared.
Yeah.
So if you can go deeper into the psyche and utilize that, then that's a great way to do it. But the end is, if you still don't want to do it, I can do it for
I
you.
can do it for you. Yeah. That's kind of how I wanted to get to that point. That's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be good to do that. And just like a video tutorial, just a talking head, like I literally just did one, how to get clients as VA, and it's just me talking to the camera. So it's not difficult, but you have to give value. I've got loads of lead magnets, how to start a podcast quick and easy. How my most popular one is our LinkedIn profile booster, which I haven't upgraded for ages, but it gets downloaded all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
The reason we set that one up was to get people that need help with their marketing and their social channels. So that one's running. Just make sure once you've got your funnel set up, so someone downloads the thing, they get the email welcome sequence, that you go back maybe once a month and you look at those emails and you redo them, because I am terrible at this. And I've just realized, like, I've had this strategy workbook going out and the end goal was not what originally I'd set it up so that they could attend a workshop I was running in January, and I hadn't changed it. So it was still inviting them to this workshop that no longer exists. So that's the problem when you have so many running. So just keep checking what was the purpose of the lead magnet? What were you trying to achieve? And is it still relevant? And if it isn't, go back and re-edit those emails to make sure you don't make my mistakes. Like, I'm not perfect, guys. I make mistakes all the bloody time. With myself, luckily, not my clients. Has anyone got any questions? There are people tuned in, but no one's asking any questions at the moment. But if you do have any, ask. As I say, if you didn't know, we made some changes yesterday. So we were offering 2 memberships, the VIP Access membership and the Growth Essentials membership, which basically means you would get our CRM system. But I decided to just make it less complicated, and it's just the CRM system, right? So instead of calling it a membership, it is what it is. You're going to get the CRM for £35 per month all in. So anyone that was on, I know it is, I'm probably doing the wrong thing, but it's kind of like, I just feel I haven't got the time. So anyone that's already a VIP member gets dropped, their price drops from 55 to 35, and anyone that's already a Growth Essentials member gets all the features that the VIP had. And all of the past guest masterclasses as well. So that's really valuable. But you get your full training, you get the whole system, all of those funnels all already done for you, templates, and loads of mini courses to help as well. And whilst we're not going to be doing the guest masterclasses every month anymore, we are still going to do them from time to time. We're going to run events, programs, and you can get 20% discount if you are on the CRM. So it's more than a va.org/CRM if you do need a system and you want to start sending out mailing list and lead magnets to your clients, and then having a really good way to track all of that. So Kirsty, before we wrap up for the day, have you got anything that you want to add?
Get a mailing list.
Are you going to start?
Yeah, I'm going to have. Do you know what? I have actually got on my list for this weekend to do some like admin for myself. Like, I'd never post on social media ever, only when I'm really cross about something. The air fryer's going on there today, by the way, everyone. Guys, look out for it. It's coming.
If you missed the start of this conversation, Kirsty was almost in tears when she joined because her air fryer's not working.
It's too complicated, man. It's got so many buttons on it. You just want to push the tray in and press the button. That's it.
I love my air fryer. Don't know what I'd do
Well,
without it.
this is why I got a new one, because we had a small one, and then we all use it all the time. Like Imi uses it all the time, so we bought a nice like Ninja dual one. It's like really pretty. And last time I was like, "This isn't working. Where's the old one?" He's like, "I put it in the bin." I'm like, "You."
Oh my God, thank God it's Friday. I actually got something really super cool to show Kirsty in a minute, which
Ooh.
yeah, she's going to be so happy because I'm always creating things now. The new lead magnets that I am sharing to build my mailing list, and I will be building on and building on and building on more than ever, are AI tools that tools I've created with the help of AI. So actually at the moment, if you go to ltbusinessmanagement.com and then you head to our business strategy blueprint page, you'll see an interactive overview of our project management tracker. So how we manage projects with clients. And this was created, you can see it and you can click through, and it's interactive, and it was created with Claude. It's freaking amazing. And then on the back of that, I actually developed our own platform with Claude's help, and it taught me how to do it through like Firebase and coding and oh my God, I've had to do all loads of things, but I got a new one coming that I'm going to share with you. And now I'm like, how can I offer these to clients? Like, these are amazing that clients are going to, like, literally I could solve people's problems. A woman was asking for some support about something yesterday. I was convinced. I was like, why don't I offer to build it for her? And then I thought, no, I can't, because if I can't do it and it doesn't work, I'm going to look
What are you going to do?
But we do keep saying in all of our lives, get really good at something in AI, and you could literally think about selling that as a service and then having a lead magnet that's appropriate to that. I'm actually talking at a summit next week on Tuesday about this kind of thing. I do give a lot of talks about this. It is really important to build your mailing list, and just because you're a virtual assistant doesn't mean that you shouldn't have one. That's where you nurture people. That's where you're going to win clients. So and do the math. You know, when was the last time you won a client from socials? Probably never. Never. But if I sat and did, we do the data tracking of where our clients come from. And it is, they wouldn't have come without that nurturing. So go away, develop your mailing list, think about your big offer. What is it you want to sell? What lead magnet can you create that links to that big offer? If you're stuck, I do offer an ultimate funnel planner guide. It's on the ltbusinessmanagement.com site on the shop. It's a fillable PDF that you can use time and time again, but it helps you plan every phase of that funnel, all the steps, and it comes with the 7-step email nurture sequence that you need to create as well. So next week we are going to be back, and we are going to be talking about hiring an associate VA and the lessons we learned the hard way. So if you're thinking about branching out into an agency, you're thinking about taking on associates, yeah, we're going to share all the juicy stories of what's happened to us along the way.
Like these ones.
These ones are raw, so come along next week at 10 o'clock. And don't forget, please follow us on Spotify. Please follow us on YouTube. Please follow us on Apple Podcasts and wherever you normally listen to your podcast, and subscribe, because we really want to make a VA podcast look at the top of our industry charts. And if you can help with that, we would be so grateful. And we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. And Kirsty, I hope you get over the drama of your air fryer.
No.